Hi, and welcome to Two Tired Teachers.
We are coming at you from Lake Ray Roberts State Park, the Isle Du Bois branch, which is, Lake Ray Roberts is a large lake, and there is a branch of the state park that's on the south side, and there's a branch that's on the north side. The north side is the Johnson branch. We are currently at the southern part, which is closer to Denton, and it is a large state park.
Yes, it is.
There are a variety of campsite types. There are equestrian sites, which currently do not have electric hookups, but we rode through there and it looks as though they are doing a little over half of them. They're running electricity to those. Can't say that for sure, but that's what it looks like.
Yes.
We have stayed in an equestrian site, honestly, because we found out that we were invited to Thanksgiving, and we knew we wouldn't need the air conditioning at that time, and so we were able to. We weren't able to get a site that had any water or electric, but we were able to get an equestrian, which worked just fine for us. There are a number of walk-in sites, and those are tent only. However, I did see a Class B in the parking lot, so I'm assuming they stayed in the parking lot. But, folks, this is the end of August. You're going to need AC if you are here.
Yes.
Before October and possibly in October.
Yes.
Or late May. You very well may need some air conditioning in the afternoon. And I will say that if you are coming during those summer months, something I recommend doing is going to Google Earth and pull up the state park map, pull up Google Earth, compare, and find one where there's shade, because it makes a big difference.
Sure it does.
But there are a number of camping loops. We are in a 30 amp loop with water and electric. There's a 50 amp loop that has full hookups, I believe. I know it has 50 amp, and I'm not positive. We've never stayed in that loop. This park has a huge day use area.
And as well it should. It has probably the best trail system of any state park. They aren't actually trails, they're paved
Sidewalks.
paths, sidewalks, that run all over this park.
I'm going to guess 15 miles of
Yes.
concrete sidewalks that are 10 feet across, 8 or 10 feet across. And yeah, it's amazing. They have tons of those. The day use area, while we were here this time, all of the grills were bagged because there's been a burn ban.
Yes.
But swimming area, there's actually on the weekend a food truck that comes and services the day use area. Saw signs for it yesterday. There is a large parking area that was pretty full over the weekend for boat trailers.
Yes.
I was going to say boats, but they were actually out on the water. But the trailers were parked up there. And then a fishing. It's a point. It just goes straight out.
Right.
It's a concrete path, and I'll be honest, I have fished here several times, and people I've talked to talk about times they've been out there when it's just like glass. I have never been here when it was like that. I like to jig for crappie, and instead of jigging, it was jigging. I put a lot of weight on trying to get it to go down. So at the next place, I'll not be able to fill the fish because there's so much weight on it. But I did see some people catching catfish. But from what I hear, you can bass, a lot of bass, and other fish in the area. But that is something to do. Like Melanie said, the trails are outstanding. There is an equestrian trail to go along with the equestrian sites. It's not paved. And then this park, the sites are more spaced out than they're going to be at any kind of an RV resort or anything like that. You actually have a campsite, you have a picnic table, you have firing, you have, which you can't use during the burn ban, a grill, lantern hook, and tent pad. So they're nice. There is some foliage and stuff between the campsites, but the loop we are in is actually just a loop, but there's a paved sidewalk that goes down the length between those sites, and I walked down it today, and you could, occasionally you're near a campsite, but a lot of times you don't see the campsite, and you're walking down a sidewalk inside of that loop. And so the proximity of this park to Denton is a big draw.
Yes.
And
if it's that near Denton, it's only about an hour, hour and a half from Fort Worth or Dallas.
But I actually at another park we were at on this trip, at Purtis Creek, was talking to some people, and they asked where we were headed, and I said we were coming up here. We were visiting some family in Denton, and they said they just visited their daughter who was starting at North Texas. And so this is a very convenient place for visiting either North Texas or Texas Women's University. But it is, once again, fairly close proximity to the Dallas-Fort Worth area.
What that means is on the weekends, you need to have your reservations early, especially in the spring and fall.
Yeah, and not just camping reservations, but
day use.
If you're going to do day use, we had one of our cousins that lives here in town was saying that during the week, that when they arrived here, that they were told, there were just a few day use passes left. And so, just be aware that the proximity makes this a very popular park, and rightfully so. It's a great place to come and get away from the traffic.
Both branches.
Yes, we actually prefer the north of Johnson branch, but the proximity for visiting family, this one's
better.
This one wins out. So, we hope you've enjoyed our look at Lake Ray Roberts State Park, the Isle Du Bois branch. Thanks for watching Two Tired Teachers.